Hey everyone, my name is Vyacheslav Bulanikov, and I'm the game director for War Thunder. Today, I'll be answering some of the community's questions.
When will the game's interface be updated?
It'll never be updated. But seriously, in a project of this scale with such a long lifespan, a complete and sudden overhaul of the interface is always extremely stressful.
Will anti-radar missiles be added?
Yes, if we add them, we'll refine the interface in such a way so that when you use such a missile, you'll roughly see where the enemy, SAM, is located. So yes, we plan to introduce them, I think, most likely in the first half of next year.
Will the survivability of tactical and long-range bomber aircraft improve?
Yes, that are already quite challenging to use, even less competitive, when facing fighters of their respective battle ratings.
Will we get an artillery sight for indirect fire on SPGs?
Nope.
Are there any mechanics in the works to improve team play and add more depth to the game?
Yep, but for now, it's simply too early to speak about them.
Are you going to fix naval battles?
So yes, that means we're constantly improving the naval mode, and doing it in parallel with adding new content to naval battles as well.
When will smoke artillery be added?
We're not planning to add a separate smoke artillery feature.
When will White Rock Fortress return to the game?
This map is currently in active development.
Remember when you said you won't add top-tier premiums? What happened to that?
That's why we have no plans to introduce premium vehicles with top-level combat performance.
Air RB enduring confrontation tests were beloved by the community. Can we expect to see Air RB EC in the future?
We completely understand that some players are interested in trying something fresh, something new, and we are already working on that something, a new mode in fact. It's called Aerial Warfare.
Are there any plans to introduce more WW2 vehicles to make mid-range BRs more diverse?
I checked.
It's insane to see how much of the map is blocked off in the new North Holland map.
The whole idea is to keep players focused on fighting each other so that they get all that action instead of just spreading out all over the map, because that slows everything down.
Why are copy and paste vehicles added in place of more interesting unique options?
Players themselves would then insist that we should add the vehicle to other nations as well. After several rounds of that, we just decided that whenever possible, we'll include those shared vehicles in multiple tech trees right away.
How is work on the World War mode progressing? When can we expect it to launch?
The World War mode is in continuous, steady, though not very fast, development.
Can we expect a tighter battle rating spread of 0.7?
So the answer is no.
Any news on the development of submarines?
We're continuing to work on submarines.
Are there any new game modes in the works? Players are tired of capturing zones.
We think that if players were truly tired of the classic missions with 1 or 3 objectives, they'd have already stopped playing and switched to something else.
Are there any changes planned for squadron battles?
Its current state seems stable to us, meeting the needs of players. The rewards for participating in this mode also appear to be well balanced with the effort required, so we're not considering increasing them at this time.
When will we finally get the ability to ban more than one map?
Nope.
Is there something planned to improve the player experience of the helicopter PvE game mode?
As for dedicated helicopter PvE, we don't have any active or in-progress plans for its additional development right now either.
Players leaving after one death in high-tier mixed battles makes this part of the game regularly unenjoyable. Do you have any potential solutions in mind?
That's why we're not really eager to introduce some sort of penalty that would force players to stay. Instead, we want to support those who do want to stay, to keep playing but currently can't respawn.
In a PvP game, it's frustrating to be killed by something you can't counter, new FNF missiles. Is this something you consider when adding powerful weaponry?
Yes, we do. However, in any kind of asymmetrical gameplay, situations like this are the natural result of that very asymmetry.
Do you have plans to add regenerative steering into the game?
We're considering letting players try this out on a public test server first. Based on your feedback, we'll decide whether to implement it in the main game.
There are situations where one team has 4 top BR players and the other 1. This makes the match less fair. Can the matchmaker match these 4 players on either team as a guarantee?
What I want to say is that at the end of the day, setting up a matchmaking system is always a compromise between tighter balance, which only partly determines the outcome anyway, and reasonable queue times.
Battle rating changes often cause vehicles that are played by less players to have artificially higher stats. Do you keep this in mind when making BR changes?
We make every effort to listen carefully to your feedback and take it into account.
When will we finally get proper big maps for MBTs? Or even finally a tank RBSB EC mode?
As things stand now, the reality of tank battles at high levels is that most players prefer smaller maps and faster-paced matches, ones that relatively often end with one team being pushed back to its spawn simply because the distances between them are so short.
Will the basement guy ever be released?
I asked you not to include this question. Why is it here?